Hey, this is Tim David here on an out of office day, coming to you anyway, as we do every single day. And today we're talking about how to sell high end coaching packages. Now, I have a real simple process for you on how to do this. And many speakers will combine coaching with speaking. And, naturally, it makes sense from a financial standpoint, but it also makes sense from a behavior change and transformation standpoint. So we are paid as speakers to do one thing and one thing only. We're not paid to make our audiences laugh. We're not paid to entertain them or engage audiences. We are paid to create behavior change. That is what we're paid to do. They have to be different when they leave than when they walked in, right? If they are not different in behavior, in actions, in thinking, in some measurable way, then they can't justify paying you. So you've got to create change. That's the simple matter of the truth of the matter. Someone's in pain. You have a solution. You've got to solve the problem. You've got to take steps towards solving their problems. Now, that's a speaker. Now, what can you really do in an hour? What can you really do in 45 minutes or even 90 minutes? What can you even do in a full day workshop, right? There are limitations to this process. So the other option is doing, ongoing training. And ongoing training is really about skills transfer, right? So giving them the skills, giving them tools, resources, whatever that they need to do what they need to do in order to enact what you taught them in the speech. Then there's the third piece, which is the coaching piece. And coaching really allows for behavior change. And I believe that, an ongoing coaching practice or program or whatever is really the only way for you to deliver meaningful results. Now, you definitely will limit the quantity, the number of people you can reach with your coaching. But it is a good offering to have, right? So you start at the top of your funnel, you speak to everybody. Some of them are going to want training and some of them are going to want coaching. All right, now let's say that you don't do any speaking yet, but you want to do coaching. Well, guess what? You can speak for free and then convert and sell coaching clients. That is step one of our little process here. Get some people who are interested in inquiring about your coaching services, right? That can be via social media, that can be through content outreach, that can be through cold outreach, that can be through going into Facebook groups and answering questions and making relationships and making yourself available as a coach. Regardless, step one is to get someone interested in asking for more information, right? They know you offer coaching. And they inquire about it. Now, I have an application process, right? You'll kind of see in the description below this video, there's like an application to be interviewed, right? So it's an application first, and then I get on a phone call, and I'm looking for a few things, right? I'm looking for a few things to find out if this person is ready for coaching and if this person is ready for the sort of level of coaching that I offer and that I hope to work with people. So once you get them into an interview or once you get them on a call, a discovery call, you can offer it as a free strategy session. You can offer it as a free coaching call. And, what you've got to do is you've got to find out a few things from this person. And then you've got to do something that in many circles is a swear word. And that swear word is sell, right? The S word. And, you have to move people to action. You've got to convince people of something that they may or may not believe yet. They haven't gone through the process yet. They don't know what your process is. They don't know the information that they'll learn or the results that they will get as a result of the behavior change that you will help instill. So it's tough. You're selling an intangible thing that doesn't exist yet. And whether or not they believe it is up to how well you can do this next step in the process. So selling is part of coaching, right? You've got to people have to believe that you can deliver the results. Okay, so you offer coaching, but now I also want to touch on what kind of coaching you offer if it can be measured in dollars. The outcome, the result can be measured in dollars. Then you can charge more dollars for that type of coaching. It is simply selling money at a discount, right? If I can teach you and coach you to make $10,000 in 90 days, then that's worth $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, right? Because not only will you have the $10,000 after 90 days, you can then go make $10,000 again and again and again and again. So that might even be worth $10,000 or $20,000 if you think about it. In fact, that's how many businesses, do business, right? If you buy a business, you'll buy it at 2x, right? In other words, you'll buy the annual income of that business, the annual net of that income of that business, and you'll pay 2 times that, right? So it's going to take you a couple of years to make back your initial investment. But hey, if you got a proven business, just makes sense to do that. So again, with the coaching program, though, we're not selling the business here. We're not selling a plug and play system. You are still in fact teaching them and coaching them. So there is, they do have to do the work, right? So that's why, we're looking at, pricing it out that way. But anyway, so if you sell money at a discount, you can sell higher priced, coaching packages. And that's what this video is about, how to sell high-end coaching packages. So how does your information that you teach, what is the outcome? What is the benefit? Is that a dollar amount? And can you sell me money at a discount, right? That's what a lot of your clients are going to be asking. So that's really order of business number 1, is what kind of coaching you offer. Order of business number 2, again, is getting people to inquire about your coaching services, to raise their hand, to self-select, right? When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's really important. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So you put yourself out there, put out your offer, and they will self-select. Now, it is much easier to sell someone a coaching package when they raise their own hand than when the boss says, you've got to go to this guy or this girl and you've got to get coaching from them and we're going to pay for it, but you got to do it. I've been in both situations, right? I've had coaching clients assigned to me, and I have had coaching clients raise their hand and say, I'm in. Either way, you've got to get buy-in. You've got to get buy-in. So the self-selected is a much easier sale. And I do use that word sale, even if it's being paid for by someone else, even if they don't have any out-of-pocket expenses, you still need to sell the coaching program so they do the work and get the results. Okay, so how do you have that sales conversation? I think that's what you're here. We're 7 minutes into this video and you want to know how to sell high-end coaching packages. Now we're at the point where you're having that conversation. They say, I'm interested. And you're going to ask a series of questions. And this series of questions is, call it guided discovery, call it motivational reasoning, call it, motivational interviewing, call it whatever you want to call it. To me, it is, what do they want? Find out what they want and find out if I can give it to them. And then, and only then, does the conversation continue. So here are my questions. Why do you want to speak? If I'm coaching, speaking, right? Why are you interested in coaching? You tell me. I'm not going to tell you why you should want coaching. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So you tell me why you want to speak. And then the second question, after we have a good, hearty discussion on why you might want to speak, my goal in that conversation is to do 2 things. Hear them, listen, yes, of course. Identify what their goals are, determine whether, I guess there's more than 2 things, determine whether or not I can deliver on those goals and those promises. And if I can't, or if it's not my absolute sweet spot zone of genius, then I tell them that and I say, I'm not your person. I have some other people who might be able to deliver on that goal. So that is absolutely imperative, that you don't sell something that you don't believe you can deliver. So, and then I will also continue to do another piece of the puzzle, which is identify what they want and then challenge them to maybe expand their horizon so they might even want a little more than that. So a good coach helps you reach your goals. A great coach helps you move your goals, expand your goals, to think bigger, to realize what is possible in the speaking industry. For me, a lot of people don't even know what's possible. So I jump on these calls. I call them strategy sessions because I do strategize with them about what your goals might look like in the corporate speaking space. I'll describe and give you the lay of the land, and then you get to pick, okay, this is, oh, I didn't know that was even possible. I would love to do that, right? So that's what you do. You spend time dreaming with them. What's your ideal outcome? Why do you want this, right? Then I ask the question, why me? So it's, what do you want? Why do you want it? Why me? And that why me question is the real only selling that I do. I don't do it. They sell themselves. Well, I saw you, and this is why I was why I'm gravitating towards this thing. Or here's what I don't want. There is this other person, and I don't want that. So we're looking at you and trying you next. So you just find out what their hot buttons are, what the what, and then correct them if that's inaccurate, or highlight it if it is accurate. So they might say, oh, I just came to you because I just want to make the money and I know you're all about the money. I'll say, hold on. You are mistaken. That is not the process or how that really works. Profit is like 3 on my list. It's like, in any business, it's people first, purpose purpose and process, and then profit. That profit is a result. It's not a goal. Anyway, so you find out what they want, why they want it, why you, and then the last question that really helps with the sales process is why now? Why now? They will interject. Again, you'll get more and more of the story. They may get personal at this moment. They may feel motivated and renewed and energized and realize, time is short. Time is short. Why now? Because there's somebody I know that I can help with this message, and I'm failing them by not putting myself out there, right? Whatever their reasoning is, the why now is their reason, and that's the point, right? You've got to identify what their reasons are. I might even ask questions like, if you don't, because you've got options. I'll tell them what their options are. You can go it alone. We can take what we've talked about today. You can take that information and run with it. We've got courses and programs as like a stepping stone. If you want to walk through those courses and programs, you can hire me as your coach, or you can do nothing, right? What happens if you decide not to pursue this? Or what happens if it now isn't the time and you put this on the shelf? Like, what if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't happen? What if, you decide not to do it? And then people get really, really almost testy. Like, no, I have to do this, and it has to be now. This is my purpose. It's my calling. If another year goes by and I just keep dreaming about this, then I'm going to shoot myself. Like, this is terrible. I would hate that. But you got to ask those questions, right? You got to find out, again, what really drives them, what makes it so that it is a now thing and not a later thing. Then I will thank them very much, and I will promise them, look, whether if it's a fit, then I will say, look, I'd love to work with you. Everything you said, right in alignment. That's my sweet spot. That's my jam. I will send you some information. Or the call may end like this. Great. Hope you enjoyed your strategy session. Let me know if you need anything. See you later. I won't make any offer. And that's a possibility as well. Or I may say to them, hey, I'm not your guy. I know who is. I'm going to send you an introduction or something like that. So, and I recommend that's how you sell your high-end coaching packages as well. Only make offers to those you believe you can help, those who, are ready for it. Of course, obviously. Okay, so that is the last part of the process. Then I'll send them an email with options, small, medium, large, and I've just added a no effing around package, and that's kind of how the process goes for me. And hopefully that is helpful for you when it comes to selling high-end coaching packages. The best case scenario, the best situation for me is selling coaching programs and packages in groups, right? So the C-suite might hand down my coach offering to the management team. I've had owners of small businesses as I'm speaking at a sales meeting, right? I was speaking at a sales meeting once, and I just offered a coaching program that I didn't have at the time. I didn't actually have a coaching program, but I knew I could help these people, and I kind of on a whim threw out a monthly coaching program. And the owner of the business said, anyone, the first 20 people who get up right now and go talk to him, I'll pay for half. And it was buy-in from both, right? He didn't pay for all of it. He offered to pay for half of it. And it was like 29 that we ended up selling. The first 20 got half paid, and everybody else came out of their paycheck. They worked it out. I walked in and I got a check for 29 coaching clients every month from that small business. And yeah, it was a lot of work for sure delivering on that, but certainly can be profitable as well. So selling coaching programs in bulk, whew, that's even better. But if you sell them one at a time as well, and make sure you can handle the workload, this is a process I would use for that. All right, that is it. We'll speak tomorrow.